Happiness depends on happenings, but true joy comes on a dependence on Jesus. In order we become more dependent on Him, God prunes us. In nature, a gardener prunes a fruit bearing tree, not a wild one. Why is it done? To remove what's dead or dying, to remove what's infected or diseased, to control or redirect growth, to improve health, to increase yield or the quality of flowers and fruits. Sometimes our trees bear last day fruits, that is poisonous. Hence, we require pruning. What are these last day fruits? 2 Timothy 3 1 to 4 says, "You must understand that in the last days distressing times will come, for people will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, unholy, inhuman, unforgiving, slanderous, without self control, brutal, haters of good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasures, lovers of God." They will go to church, yes, they won't really believe anything they hear. These dead, dying characters will never lead us to be a good, fruitful tree in God's vineyard. Hence, the pruning. Spiritual pruning is done to redirect growth from a walk of sight to a walk in faith. Pruning is done so that we bear spiritual fruit. What kind of fruit? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22. How can we bear this kind of fruit? Jesus said in John 15:4, "Abide in Him and I in you." In simple words, spend time with God. What kind of tool does a gardener use? He uses a sharp and a right kind of tool to cut off the dead or dying branches, infected or diseased branches. What kind of tool our husbandman uses? He uses his word as his pruning tool to cut off those last day fruits. When does this pruning process happen in our lives? During those trial periods. It is those trying times our heart condition is really revealed. These tests prove our true reliance on God. They ask if we can trust Him for strength, healing our hurts, emotions, and fears. These trials ask if we can turn to Him for wisdom and hand to handle the trouble we are going through. In these times of pruning, we have to learn to trust the Master Gardener who holds the best for us in His hands. Like tree branches that are touching the ground, many of us are overloaded with cares and anxiety. We need to let Him prune those burdened branches so we have room to grow. Those overbearing branches need to be pruned so that you stand tall as a fruitful tree in His vineyard to glorify His name, to be a witness to the resource of your joy, Jesus. Be blessed.